All right. Where do you want to go next?
Let's go Notre Dame. Let's be selfish with this. What does Notre Dame need to prove to you? Not
thought you'd
the
never
college
ask.
football universe. Not the universe with where Notre Dame is, how they're built. What do they need to prove, especially when you look at their 2024 schedule?
I'm going to focus this solely on Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
And Marcus Freeman, I think, has a lot to prove still. But I think the thing that I think of most is that he needs to prove that he can field a playoff caliber offense this year.
Yeah.
This is now the second straight year where he's gone out and gotten one of the best portal quarterbacks. Last year, Sam Hartman. This year, obviously Riley Leonard from Duke, 2 ACC guys. Last year just wasn't it, man. It wasn't it. The offensive line was out of sync. The passing game never fully clicked, either because of what Jared Parker was calling or because of the line or because they just didn't have the receivers. I'll wait for somebody to write that postmortem. But the passing game didn't click. The offense ended up being extremely predictable and focused mostly on what they could do on the ground, whether it was Audric Estime or any of the other younger backs that they've got, or Sam Hartman running for it on third or fourth and whatever. This Mike Denbrock hire needs to work.
$2 million a year, baby.
It needs to work for Notre Dame. It needs to work for Marcus Freeman. I give Marcus Freeman credit for cutting bait. I guess it was Jared Parker taking the Troy job. I find it hard to believe that Notre Dame didn't help that narrative along a little bit to get him out of Dodge, the old Charlie Molnar treatment.
Right.
I give Marcus Freeman some credit for recognizing there was a deficiency going out there and hiring a guy that was not successful the last time he was in Notre Dame, at least did not exit on great terms after a 4-8 season, but was obviously very successful and proved to some degree that he learned from past experiences and, built LSU into a pretty good offense this past season, helped turn Jaden Daniels into a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. So I give him credit for kind of recognizing where things were, understanding the lay of the land, going out there and getting an offensive coordinator who I think is compatible with the talent on hand. But he needs to prove it. Again, he needs to prove that he can put the offense out there and have it do more than it's done the last 2 seasons. Because if he doesn't, we're kind of right back in square one. We're looking at a team that's, I think, going to have a pretty good defense and will have plenty of talent up and down the roster, but will remain one of those schools that we look at and say, well, they're good, but they're not great.
Hey, sorry for the quick interruption, but it'd be incredible if you considered subscribing to the Solid Verbal YouTube channel right down below. Can I interject my own prove it to me? Honorable mention, doubles, San Fernando Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Leonard, that's his name, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Riley Leonard, as they screw up quarterback names all off season long. I want Mike Denbrock to prove to me that Riley Leonard is Heisman-ish. Because, unless I'm reading this schedule incorrectly, does Notre Dame play a true road game between September 14th and the final game of the year? Do they? I know they open up at Texas A&M.
It's advantageous.
No, an actual true road game between mid-September and USC and LA to finish the year. Pull up the schedule.
Yeah.
It's like Navy in New Jersey. And I think they have Georgia Tech. It's in Atlanta, but it's not at Bobby Dodd. It's not in Georgia Tech's home stadium.
That's right.
So it sets up, like, if I were to tell you just like, hey, I just came back from the future, Notre Dame is legit good. They should win 11 games. Florida State's in South Bend.
Yeah, they've got the game on the road at Kyle Field week 1.
Yeah.
They've got a road trip to Purdue week 3. But otherwise, yeah, sort of quasi-neutral site game on the road at Georgia Tech, middle of October. The Navy game in New Jersey. Army in the Bronx at USC to close out the season.
They don't play a true road game. And there's an asterisk to Georgia Tech's in Atlanta, but still.
Yeah.
They're not in an opposing college stadium between September 14th and November whatever, right? For USC?
Right.
I think Mike Denbrock legitimately needs to prove to me that Riley Leonard can be a Heisman-ish. I'm not talking about New York. I'm just saying, like, hey, it's Halloween. Here's like the Stu Mandel or whoever, Danny Cannell. I don't know why that name came up. Straw poll, right?
Right.
Like,
right.
I just want Riley Leonard in that conversation if they're paying Mike Denbrock the money they're paying him, and that schedule looks like it looks. Florida State with a number of new pieces on both sides of the ball. Show me. That's all I'm saying.
All right.